Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to have you back. Today we're going to be playing with the Saviland Rainbow Polygel Kit, and this is the entire kit minus the dual forms. I did do the unboxing with this in my last video, so I'll go ahead and link it up in the cards so you guys can go ahead and check that out. And I am actually extremely excited to see how the black turns out. It's one of my favorite colors. But yeah, I really want to see how this works. And so to start off, I did already do my left hand off camera, and if you guys can see the white patches or whatever, I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's slip solution. I used slip solution and regular alcohol, but it still showed up. This is the completed look that I'll be going for and recreating on my left hand with my dominant hand, which will definitely be a little bit better. So I am using forms today, no dual forms, no tips. I do need practice with forms. So this is a practice with me type of video. So this is just how I have seen forms being put on all over the YouTube videos I have watched. I have watched Femi Beauty, I have watched Long Hair Pretty Nails, I have watched Kirsty Meakin, I have watched Nail Career Education, I have watched Kiara Sky, I have watched everybody over the years, and I just really need to sit down and focus with forms. So what better practice than to practice on yourself, right? You guys will not see me do any cuticle work. I have done that previously, and I will make an in-depth video. If you guys want that, let me know in the comments below. I have a super in-depth video on how I do my cuticle work and how I prep my nails to do nails and keep them healthy. So everything I'm using today is from the kit. Right now I'm going in with the base coat. I should have put it on before I put the form on, but you know, hey, it happens. And I'm going to go ahead and cure that for 60 seconds. And now that they're cured, I'm going to go ahead and get started. To start, I'm going to use both ends of the brush, both the slicing tool and the gel brush. Towards the end, I stopped using, or after the first nail, I stopped using the slicing tool. It's just a little bit easier for me. My only complaint with this entire kit is the workability with the slip solution. I was having, honestly, a very hard time trying to get it to work with the slip, and I wound up switching over to 91% alcohol, which actually made it a lot better and a lot easier for me to work with. So I do fiddle a lot with my forms, and see if you can see, and just, you know, on this particular finger you'll see that it does stick to my brush a lot quicker. Also, you guys will see me moving my hand really fast. I live in the country, so I have gnats, and the gnats like my nail polish stuff, so hopefully I'm just trying to make them go away. And yeah, I just go ahead and create this ombre design with these nails. I really had the absolute hardest time working with just the slip. It wasn't with the colors, it wasn't with the brush, it was just with the particular slip. It wasn't giving me what I needed necessarily in terms of making sure it worked with the polygel instead of against it. So once I finished that base layer, I went ahead and cured it for 60 seconds. And going in with the second color, the orange, to do an ombre, and I go ahead and do the same thing. I place it and just pat it into place. When using forms, guys, just take your time. Please take your time. Make sure that your C curve is going all the way around. I know that's definitely where I struggle a lot. I am doing it really only to the front of the nail, if that makes sense. And see, just there, I switched over to 91% alcohol because I just was having the absolute hardest time with that slip solution. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and finish off this nail and cure it for 60 seconds. I do my first layer as like a base, as like a platform, and then I go ahead and cap it off and clear to build up the apex and build up the shape of the nail. It doesn't look strange or anything like that. That's just how I'm preferring to do it at this particular moment. Again, I am new with forms. I cannot wait to practice more with them with like acrylic. So yeah, I am going to go ahead and cure this for 60 seconds, and then we're going to go ahead and go through the rest of the nails. So now that the pinky is cured, I'm going to go ahead and place forms on the rest of my fingers, on the next 3 fingers, and then I'll do my thumb at the very end. And I'm just going through and placing them on the way I did in the beginning. I put the sticker underneath, I tear the back open, roll the middle between my fingers to get it to bend, and then there I'm just cutting off a piece of the sticker that overlapped into the center. I didn't need that. And then just attaching it to my finger. The main problem with this particular type of forms that I'm using, they like to come undone, and I don't know if that's because I am touching it too much. If you guys know, please help me out and let me know in the comments below. So now that I've done that, I'm just going to go ahead and put down the base layer on my nails and just let you guys enjoy and watch, because sometimes you just need, you know, nail ASMR. Alright, so I just cured the first 2 nails, and I'm going to go ahead and put the black down. But before I even get started with the black, I do want to show you guys again up close the problem that I'm having with this polygel. It's just 2 problems. Is these strange white patches are showing up after the nail has been cured. So if you guys can see, they do show up kind of light in the lighter colors, but the nail is completely cured besides underneath for the most part, which is typical, but it's like they don't go away. Like you can wipe it with some alcohol, but it still shows up even after you're all said and done. So even after encapsulating it, they still showed up in the encapsulation, and it doesn't look very good, but I would definitely use these maybe with tips or something. I'm not sure. I'm sure that what I'm using it with application wise has nothing to do with it, but even with using the regular slip solution, as you saw on the pinky, it still produced white spots. So I'm not sure what that is, but I am not going to say it's a terrible product. It is still a very good product, and I like the fact that there's a black involved. I love black. I love black. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hush my mouth and let you guys get back to watching me finish up these nails. So now that I've gone ahead and cured the first layer of the nails, I'm going to go in with the ombre color for the ring finger and my middle finger and just ombre those 2 out. I did wind up making those 2 actually a little bit longer, but you know, hey, it is what it is. The yellow, green, blue, and black are all very, very sheer colors. It definitely could work as like a jelly. And see, look, there it is again, all those white specks, and I don't know. So they do appear as a jelly, so if you do want it a little bit more opaque, I would definitely suggest adding a second coat, or just leave it as it is. But if you definitely want, you know, like opaque colors, definitely add some more after the first layer, and don't add too much, just do enough for the color. If you get too much, it'll just bulk up the whole thing and it'll look strange. So that's all I'm going to do here. Go ahead and do the ombre, shape up my middle finger, and finish up the black. So I went ahead and cured those for a full 120 seconds just to make sure. And as you can see underneath the forms, they do not cure. So if you do use forms on polygel, you're definitely going to want to make sure that A, you're very careful when you take it off. If you do it the way that I have shown you, please don't. And B, you're going to definitely want to make sure you smooth the underneath that with some alcohol in your brush, and then cure that for 60 seconds. So that way there's no issues later on down the line. So now that I've gone ahead and cured the underside of those nails, I'm going to go ahead and work on this melted crayon of a thumb. And it really does look like crayons that have melted together on my finger. Like, I actually really do like that aesthetic of it. And I like the fact that I had stones to match. So these came up being junk nails, quote unquote, because they are just kind of as randomness to match with the colors. And I had a bunch of stuff I just hadn't used in probably since I bought it. So let's be honest here, I probably hadn't used, like, the flowers, the big 3D flowers, I bought them, or I got them as a free gift and never used them. So that's why they're junk nails. So I'm going to go ahead and create this marble effect or melted crayon effect, and let me know what you guys think of it down below. Did you find it relatively easy to follow with this? I've been noticing people have been having a problem hearing me. Can you hear me okay? And you know, let me know what you think overall below. I do again need to get better with forms, so if you'd like to practice with me, let me know if you like practicing with somebody on YouTube, because it's all a game. It's all a practice game. It's all it is. It's just a practice game. So once I'm happy with it, I went ahead and cured it for 60 seconds, and I already removed the form and cleaned up underneath. And now I am just going in with some clear to go ahead and fix any gaps in the nails and to make sure that they are protected from when I file. So something I do want to point out really quickly before I move on is that this kit does not come with a clear polygel. I had clear polygel from kits I had bought way before, and I will link some of those videos in the cards throughout the video. I have McCart, I have Gershon, I have a lot of McCart, and I have a lot of Gershon polygel. So I just used some of the clear I had lying around from those sets to cap this off. So if you do get this set, definitely make sure you have clear or buy clear separately, because it does not come with it. So what I like to do, even though polygel doesn't move a whole lot like acrylic would run on you or it would dry on you, or a gel will run all over the place, what I like to do is I like to put it on several nails at once and then just kind of generally pat it down into place and then work on one specific nail, so that way the rest of it just kind of levels itself out. So by the time I get to the next nail, it's not as much pushing and prodding and patting and creating bubbles, small fine bubbles within the polygel. So now that I've already gone and cured the nails for 60 seconds, I'm going to go in with an alcohol wipe to remove the inhibition layer, and that's the sticky layer on top. And I do make sure I get my sidewalls and underneath if necessary. And after that, I do go ahead and go in with my hand file, and then I switch over to my e-file. With polygel, I do notice that whenever I've ever used it, it does create a lot of dust, a lot of really fine dust at that. So I definitely suggest that you guys wear a mask when you do use this, hand file or not, e-file or not. Definitely make sure you have a mask. Eventually, I would like to invest in getting one of those the dust collectors. but you know, a little broke now. So what I just showed you guys was, I am no expert, in no way any expert on forms, so this is why this is practice. I would rather practice on myself than take it onto a client and them not be happy with what I've given them, because I'm not happy with what I've given myself. So I went ahead and touched up my sidewalls with my 180 grit file, or 100 grit file, I'm sorry. And then now I'm going in with my Hot Tip Beauty Game Changer bit. And this is really an all-in-one type of bit, guys. I love this bit a lot. I can get really close to my cuticle and clean up my cuticle and clients. I can shave stuff down. I can send out products. It's a great tip. No, I was not paid to do that, unfortunately. But it is actually a really good product, and I do highly suggest that. I'll make sure I leave that down in the comments below for you guys. So I'm just going to go ahead and shape this up with my e-file and file it smooth to perfection. Now that I have finished filing, I am just going to go ahead and dust off all of this dust. As you can see, I am completely covered in dust. I'm probably the dust bunny living underneath your bed. But yes, I definitely would suggest, highly recommend that you guys wear a mask while doing this, because it does create a lot of fine dust. Protect your lungs. So I'm going to go ahead and put on some stones and junk. And so everything, I'll try to leave everything listed down below. I'm not going to guarantee all of the links to everything that I put onto my nails, but I know I got my stones from Amazon. I know I got the flowers as a gift from, I don't know where I got the flowers from, I'm sorry. The skull I bought off of Wish, so I definitely don't have that link anymore. And what else did I put on my nails? Yeah, all of the stones I bought off of Amazon, so I'll find those links for you guys. Besides the rainbow skull, that one I definitely found on Wish. They're super cute. It's more of like a purple green, but you know, whatever, it flashes through a lot of colors, and it's very, very shiny. It's very high quality for what it is. So, stone placement ASMR. So once I place all the stones where I want them, I go ahead and cure for 60 seconds. I wound up doing my thumb off camera, and this is the finished look They are super bright, they are super crayon, they are super rainbow, and I absolutely love everything they embody. I've never worn anything as big as the flower on my hands before, guys, and I wish I could have taken pictures of these before I wound up taking them off while it was sunlight out, but it was already dark by the time I finished. So let me know what you guys think below. Give it a like, give it a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up if you really enjoyed this video. I really hope that you do. Make sure you subscribe for more. Make sure you follow me on Instagram too. It's where I hold a lot of my polls. Here's some videos you guys can check out in the meantime. I can't wait to see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.